Let me tell you something. Rejection doesn't break women anymore. It ignites them. You see, what was once the end of the road is now the beginning of something unstoppable. Why? Because the rules have changed. Today, when women hear you're not good enough, they don't shrink, they rise. And what happens next? That's what the world isn't ready for. Rejection has always carried weight, hasn't it? For centuries, it's been a tool of control. You're not pretty enough. You're not smart enough. You're too much. For generations, these words would echo in the minds of women, shaping how they saw themselves. Careers stalled, relationships fell apart, dreams were abandoned, all because someone decided to say no. But something is changing. Have you noticed it? Women are no longer internalizing rejection as a personal failure. Instead, they're using it as fuel. It's almost like rejection is evolving into the ultimate catalyst for transformation. And here's the twist. The more they get rejected, the stronger they become. But what exactly is driving this shift? Why now? It's because rejection isn't just a moment anymore, it's a mirror. A mirror that forces women to see not their flaws, but their potential. And once that potential is unleashed, it's game over. Let's talk about the ripple effect. One woman gets turned down for a job, and instead of sulking, she starts her own company. A romantic partner walks away, and instead of chasing them, she reclaims her freedom and flourishes. The world says, "You can't," and women are replying, "Watch me." Take a moment and think about this. Every rejection is an opportunity to ask, "What's next for me?" It's no longer, "Why did this happen?" but "How will I turn this into something extraordinary?" This isn't just about individual stories, it's a global movement. Social media is full of examples of women flipping rejection into reinvention. From business empires to personal growth journeys, they're proving that rejection is no longer an ending, it's a turning point. But here's where it gets even more interesting. The people doing the rejecting? They're starting to realize they made a mistake. How many times have we seen someone dismissed as not good enough only for them to come back stronger, better, and more successful? It's almost poetic. The tables are turning and the power dynamics are shifting. Here's the thing: rejection, once a source of power for others, is now becoming their regret. Imagine this: a young woman applies for her dream job. She's got the qualifications, the drive, the passion, but she's told she doesn't fit the culture. Heartbroken, she retreats for a moment, but only for a moment. Within a year, she starts her own business in the same industry. 5 years later, that same company that rejected her is now asking her for a partnership. Or picture this: a woman pours her heart into a relationship, only to be told, "You're just not what I'm looking for." The pain is unbearable, but she doesn't let it define her. Instead, she starts focusing on herself, her health, her career, her passions. And as she glows brighter, the very person who rejected her comes crawling back. But by then, she's realized her worth and she's moved on. These aren't just stories, they're reflections of a new reality. So here's the real question: if rejection is no longer a tool to hold women back, what happens next? The answer? Unstoppable growth. Women are rewriting the narrative, turning rejection into an opportunity to rebuild, reimagine, and rise. And it's not just personal, it's systemic. Women are taking their power back in boardrooms, in creative spaces, in politics, and in relationships. The very act of saying no to a woman now carries a risk, the risk that she'll come back stronger than ever, leaving you in her dust. But Here's the thing, this isn't just a win for women. It's a win for everyone. When women rise, societies thrive, families become stronger, communities become more compassionate, innovations soar. Rejection isn't just being redefined, it's being reimagined. It's no longer a setback, but a springboard. And the people who once underestimated women, they're now being forced to confront the reality of what happens when you reject someone who's destined for greatness. So, the next time you hear a story about a woman being rejected, don't feel sorry for her. Smile. Because you already know how this story ends, not with her breaking, but with her breaking through. And if you're the one doing the rejecting, brace yourself. Because when women get rejected these days, they don't fade into the background, they take center stage. Rejection isn't the end, it's the spark. Rejection used to be a weapon. Now it's a gift. And when women get rejected, the world learns one undeniable truth. They're not just rising, they're rewriting them. Rules. What? About you? How have you turned rejection into your greatest weapon? Share your story. Let's celebrate the strength that comes from the no's in life, because every no is just one step closer to an extraordinary yes.